The film opens with a psychic named Claire. She possesses the power to enter anyone's mind. A male client comes to her, and as part of her therapy, Claire goes into his memory. Her memory takes her back to school when she was a child. She sees the child's book which says help. She then arrives at a teacher's room. The teacher has locked the child in a cage. Claire tells him to get out of the cage and escape, but the teacher turns on her and attacks her. While Claire is trying to convince the child that he must get out, Claire's daughter picks him up, allowing him to escape. Claire realizes that the teacher treated him terribly during his school days. This negative thought still lingers in her mind. Just then, Claire's daughter, Jordan, returns and asks her what happened to this client. So she tells her everything. Suddenly, someone knocks on their door. Jordan goes to open the door and finds a little girl there, terrified, with numerous bruises and burns on her hands. The girl explains, "A woman who's my mom's friend gave me your address and asked if you could help me and treat me, as she was once a patient of your mom's." She explains, "My life is in danger because I see a dangerous, powerful creature called a demon that no one else can see." Jordan is shocked and immediately asks her where it is. The girl, terrified, says, "It's standing right behind you." Jordan quickly looks back, but she sees no one there. Just then, Claire comes out of her room, and she sees the creature that terrified her. Just then, the girl's father, Randall, arrives. He starts taking his daughter away, saying she doesn't need any help. After they leave, Jordan comes to her mother and says they should help the little girl. But Claire explains that they can't help her because the creature she saw is very powerful and dangerous. Jordan says she'll investigate alone. That night, she starts searching on her laptop for the woman the girl had said was her mom's friend and a former patient of Claire's. She finds her address. Claire arrives just then, so Jordan hides her. That night, while Jordan is sleeping, she suddenly has a dream about her childhood. She sees a staircase near the closet, and as she goes up, she wakes up. Then she realizes it was just a dream. The next morning, she sets off alone to visit the neighbor's house, whom the girl had said was her mom's friend. She talks to her. Jordan then asks her about the little girl. The neighbor explains that the child's mother recently died. Since then, she and her father have been staying indoors, not going out or meeting or talking to anyone. But once when I went to their house, I noticed a mark on his hand, which made me think he was mentally ill. That's why I gave them your mother's number so she could go there and help Claire. She gives her Randall's card with his address written on it. Meanwhile, Claire calls her police officer friend at the police station and tells him that she had a client who had a dream where she saw his teacher treating him very badly. She also gives him the teacher's name and tells him to keep an eye on him. He knows that Claire's hunches are never wrong, so he immediately orders his team to keep an eye on him. Claire then draws a drawing of the girl and the creature, wondering what it might be. Meanwhile, Jordan arrives at the girl's address. She hears footsteps in the basement. When she approaches the door again, Randall has arrived and asks her what she's doing outside his house. Jordan tells her she's there to meet her daughter. He then tells her, "I recognize you, and if I don't want my daughter's therapy, then get out of here." However, Claire, stubborn, refuses to listen. After he leaves, she sneaks inside the house and begins investigating. She finds Randall and his family. A picture of Jordan also appeared. She then saw a hidden door, surprising her. She took a screwdriver and unscrewed the nuts. She went inside, revealing a basement where Randall's daughter told her to leave because she was hungry and wanted to eat her. She couldn't understand what she was trying to say. Randall suddenly attacked her from behind, causing Jordan to faint. Meanwhile, her mother was calling her, but she wasn't picking up the call. Suddenly, she received a call from her neighbor, who told her that her daughter had visited her a while ago and was now at Randall's house to check on her. Claire was shocked and told her, "I'm coming over immediately, so take me to Randall's house immediately." Jordan opened her eyes to find herself tied up. Then she saw a woman standing next to her, completely burned. Seeing this, she is shocked. Then Randall arrives and asks her for her phone password. She says, "Let me go, I can help your daughter." He replies, "No, no one can help my daughter because she is a demon who is always hungry and needs humans to satisfy her hunger. She is attached to my daughter, so there is no one who can help her and get the creature out of there." Jordan replies, "My mom saw the creature, and if you want, she can help you." Randall calls his daughter and tells her to feed the creature if it is hungry. His daughter comes to Jordan, places a hand on her shoulder, and tells her to satisfy her hunger. With that, the creature's hands reach out and grab Jordan's arm, causing it to burn, and the creature begins to drink her blood. Randall cries and tells his son, "That's it. You can leave now." We then see Randall, who broke Jordan's phone, setting up something in his car. His daughter arrives and steals his pliers. She then gives them to Jordan. She also tells him not to tell Dad I did this because I want to help him. When Randall sees his pliers missing, he realizes his daughter must be helping the girl. He immediately starts climbing down. But by then, Jordan has cut the rope and freed himself. She also frees the woman and tries to take her with her. But then Randall appears and points a gun at her. His daughter steps in front of the gun saying, "If Jordan is innocent, let him go." But then the woman suddenly attacks Randall. Then he fired a shot, which pierced his daughter's neck, and she died in Jordan's arms. Then she saw the creature, which had now shifted from the girl to Jordan. She ran out, and Randall began crying over his daughter's body. Jordan's mother arrived, alerting the police, who arrived. Randall, weeping, got into his car and fled. The next morning, Claire arrived at the police station and asked her officer friend, "What did you find in the house?" He told her that they had found several bodies inside, and that Randall had been doing this for years. He also told her that Randall was still at large, and they would catch him soon. Meanwhile, 2 officers were interrogating Jordan. She explained everything that had happened there. Suddenly, Jordan sees the creature among them, and she is terrified. She screams loudly. The police officers are shocked and cannot understand why she is behaving this way. She comes out and hugs her mother. Claire understood that she must help her daughter, so she immediately called her daughter downstairs and said, "I am ready to do your therapy." She told her neighbor, "If I get hurt even a little during the therapy, please wake me up so we can immediately come out of the dream." She places her hand on her son's forehead and immediately enters his mind. There, she sees her daughter sitting outside the house. She immediately picks her up and brings her inside. But it's too dark. She wants to go upstairs. But suddenly, the creature appears in front of her and grabs her hand. This caused Claire's hand to burn. When the neighbor saw Claire's hand burning in the real world, she slapped her, knocking her out of her reverie. But Claire realized that the creature had now entered her daughter. She put her daughter to sleep and told the neighbor to stay and take care of her daughter while she was on an important errand. She immediately went to the hospital where Randall's wife, the girl's mother, was once housed. Claire's client, a nurse, also worked there. Claire met with her and asked for information about the girl's mother, which he agreed to. He explained that when her mother was a patient there, the doctor who treated her became terrified one day and ran away. Claire went to meet the doctor and asked about the girl's mother. The doctor told her that the patient was the most unusual. Her eyes had turned completely white and her body was burning. I then went to her where she told me she was seeing some strange, terrifying things. Suddenly, my Claire started burning, which frightened me, so I ran away. The doctor also showed Claire his hand. Meanwhile, Jordan had a flashback to her childhood. As she was walking through her house, the creature's branches suddenly grabbed her. She woke up in fear. Then, when she went to look for her mother, she saw the creature following her. As Jordan moved forward, Randall came and kidnapped her. He locked her in a box and brought her to a deserted forest. He started digging a hole to bury her. Jordan asked him why he was doing this. He explained that the creature had now transferred from his daughter to her. If it starved, it would die. That's why he was putting it inside, so it couldn't kill anyone and could only feed on her. After burying her, he goes to the police station and surrenders himself. Claire is also there asking, "Where is my daughter?" But he doesn't say anything, and the police take him into custody. Claire then asks her friend, "Please let me talk to Randall once," but he refuses, saying it's against their protocol. But then he discovers that the teacher Claire had asked him to keep an eye on was indeed a criminal. He abused young children and has been arrested. This means that what Claire had said was true. Seeing this, Joe grants Claire permission to speak to Randall, so she goes to Randall and asks him, "Tell me where my daughter is?" But he refuses to tell her anything. So she uses her powers to find out where her daughter is. She places her hand on his head and enters his memory, which leads her to the forest, where she discovers that he has buried her daughter, so she immediately takes her keys and goes there with her neighbor, and the police officer and his team follow. Meanwhile, the creature is harassing Jordan because it's hungry, burning him with its touch. Shortly after, Claire and her neighbor arrive and begin digging. They discover the creature is still with Jordan. Claire tells her to distract the police so she can destroy the creature completely. She then touches her daughter's head and enters her mind, where she finds her daughter terrified. Claire goes into the attic, where the creature grabs her by the throat. But then she puts her hand on the creature's head and enters her mind. It turns out, the creature's mind is a very scary and dark place. Jordan also entered this mind, and when she went upstairs, she saw her mother and the creature, which made her realize that they were in the creature's memory, in his mind's world. Then Claire saw the creature sitting in the demon chair. He said, "I'm hungry." Claire replied, "I'll kill you." But suddenly the creature disappeared and attacked from behind. He had tied Claire up and came to kill her. But then Jordan plunged a dagger into the creature's head. Claire also stabbed the creature, and the creature finally died as it was torn into pieces. After this, the mother and father exited the creature's world. Meanwhile, the police had spotted Claire, so they abducted her. This brought them both back to the real world. She comes into the world. Both mother and father begin to cry because everything in their lives had been set right. They embrace, and the film ends with this.